That ends our 9 o'clock. We will be back very shortly. Once we get the 11 o'clock lined up, we're about right on time. So court will stand in recess. Calls the cases of people versus Malik Mullen, 2 cases.
Nimish Ganatra for the people.
Andrew Vanis, Assistant Public Defender, with and on behalf of Mr. Mullen.
Is he here?
Yeah.
Mr. Mullen, you need to unmute, turn on your camera. Malik Mullen.
Your Honor, I know he's at work. I just texted him that his case was called.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
Hello?
Yep, state your name.
Hello?
Yes, Mr. Mullen.
I can't hear. Hold on.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, yeah, I'm here now.
Okay, what's your name?
Right now.
State your
Malik
name.
Mullen. Malik
Okay,
Mullen.
you're on video. You're good. Okay.
All right.
All right, where are we? What are we going to do in this?
Your Honor, we have 2 cases today. Mr. Mullen is asking for 1 additional adjournment to determine how to proceed.
All right, I'll give him that. What are the charges on this one? All right. I'll adjourn probable cause out to September 21st, 2023, 9 a.m. Bond continued. That last adjournment for those purposes.
Understood. Thank you.
All right, bond continued. All right, Mr. Mullen.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Get back to work.
Yes, sir.
All right. Court calls the case, People versus Kenneth O'Brien, 2 cases.
Nicole Hughes on behalf of the people.
Ms. Gracier? Mr.
Yes,
Gadd.
Your Honor, I'm sorry, the pause, I was waiting for Deborah Attorney Slush, I can't pronounce your last name, Slushberg.
Schlussel?
Schlussel, yes.
Your Honor, Mike Gaddy, Assistant Public Defender on 23 FB 1246. Yes, it was my understanding that Ms. Schlussel had subbed in.
I don't have that. All right, let me ask you this. Mr. O'Brien,
Yes, sir.
are you going to be represented by Ms. Schlussel?
Yes, sir. She was supposed to be here this morning. I spoke with her yesterday. And she was supposed to be here. I don't know what happened.
All right, so without objection, I would likely adjourn these to the 14th, allow everything to catch up and figure all of that out. So probable cause conference, September 14th, 2023, 9 a.m. on continued. Thank you.
Thank you, Your
Thank you.
Honor. Your Honor, you have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
Nimish Ganatra for the people.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Robert J. Kilwald on behalf of Mr. Squares. William, would you state your name for the record, please?
William James Squires.
All right. I have before me a plea form that indicates that the defendant would be pleading guilty to attempted possession of a loaded firearm in a motor vehicle, a 1-year offense. Upon his successful plea to that charge, count 1 would be dismissed. That's the court's full understanding of the agreement.
Correct.
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. Sir, can you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
State your name again, please.
William James Squires.
All right, sir, it is this court's understanding that you're going to plead guilty to the charge of attempted possession of a loaded firearm in a motor vehicle. That is a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 1 year incarceration, a $1,250 fine plus court cost, and mandatory forfeiture of the weapon or device. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. You understand also, sir, that while I'm taking your plea, I would not be your sentencing judge, and you'd be sentenced before Judge Washington in the 14B District Court. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. Still wish to plead guilty?
Yes, sir.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, sir.
Because of that, you're giving up certain rights. You're giving up your right to call witnesses to speak for you at trial or to have this court compel their attendance. You're giving up your right to see, hear, and question all witnesses against you at trial. You're also giving up your right to be a witness for yourself or to remain silent, not have that silence used against you. and you're giving up your right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Yes, sir.
Are you on probation or parole?
No, sir.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Has anybody threatened you or coerced you?
No, sir.
You're doing this voluntarily
Yes, sir.
of your own free will
Yes, sir.
and because you believe that you are indeed guilty of this offense?
Yes, sir.
All right. On the date of February 25th, 2023, at the location of I-94 near Grove Street, Ypsilanti Township, Washington County, State of Michigan, were you in a motor vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Did you have a pistol in your possession?
Yes, sir.
Was it loaded?
Yeah.
Okay,
It didn't have one in the chamber, sir.
gotcha. And so you didn't have authority to carry that weapon in that vehicle in that fashion in any way, did you?
No,
All right.
sir.
Counsel, have I complied with the court rule? Would it be proper to accept this defendant's plea?
The people are satisfied.
Court will accept the defendant's plea of guilty to count 2. Count 1 is dismissed. Pre-sentence investigation and report is ordered at 14B probation. Sentencing in this matter will be
October 5th at 10 a.m. with Judge Washington.
October 5th, 2023, 10 a.m. before Judge Washington. Bond with its conditions will continue. Thank you, folks.
Thank you, Judge. Have a nice weekend, Judge. I'll get a sentencing waiver form in the file. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thanks. William, I'll give you a call in a half hour.
Okay, sir.
And now we all know that. Court calls again. People versus Todd.
Judge, everybody's been so nice today, so I want to wish you a happy and safe holiday.
Yeah, and to you, Mr. Killerwald. Thank you. Court calls the case of People versus Brett White. I need to go into a bench.
Yes. That's good. People.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Joy Gaines, Senior Assistant Public Defender, representing Mr. White. Sir, would you please state your name for the record?
Brent White.
All right. Could
Your
I
Honor, this-
hang on one moment? Can I have Miss Blanche, Miss Gaines, and Mr. Ganatra, if he's still here, I know he's still here, into a bench conference, please?
Yep, sending them out.
Thank you. Court is standing brief recess, folks. Here. We're good. Everybody in? I think they are.
Yes.
Yes. All right. On the record to reflect on the Brent White matter, we've had a bench conference, and I think Mr. White has been contacted by counsel. I'm going to push this over into the 2 o'clock block so that we can make sure that everything can be dealt with at that time. So I'll pass this matter at this time. All right.
Thank you so much, Judge.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. White. State of Michigan versus
Thank you.
Brent White.
Jessica Blanche, pairing on behalf of people.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Joy Gaines, Senior Assistant Public Defender, representing Mr. White. Mr. White, would you please state your name for the record? I think that's him on the iPhone.
No, he was on.
No, he was signed
Yeah.
in.
Yes, here I am. Can you hear me?
Oh,
Okay. Yep, we got you. Okay, thank you. All right. Okay. All right, what are we doing on this case?
Your Honor, Miss Blanche contacted us this morning with a offer. I did begin talking to Mr. White about that. He has some additional questions, and we're asking for an adjournment for some additional time to talk about that. We also would like to address one of the conditions of his bond.
Probable cause conference, September 21st. 2023, 9 a.m. All right. And yes, as to bond.
Your Honor, Mr. White did ask for me to ask if Your Honor would consider removing him from the requirement of wearing the GPS tether. He indicates that he is, well, first of all, I would like to state that Mr. White has only one prior conviction from approximately 10 or more years ago, I want to say 2011, that he is 35 years old, that he's employed full-time, and that is specifically why he is asking about the tether. He works in maintenance and landscaping, with landscaping being at this time of year a major part of his work. They are permitted because of the weather to wear shorts. However, and as you know, some of these days have been very, very hot. However, because he is trying to look professional, especially on the various properties that he has to go to for his job, he has not been able to do that. So his only request that he initially asked of me was for him not to have to wear the tether so that he would be able to do that. He had indicated that he would abide by all the other, any other conditions of bond that the court would require. I know that Ms. White has a second request. My client does not object to that request if Your Honor would be open to considering it. But being able to look professional and maintain his employment is an important part for him of his work and taking care of his family.
All right. Any response from the people as to that request?
Judge, I would object at this point to any bond condition change until after the exam and the court hears testimony or he pleads or whatever process they're going to undertake. This is charged a home invasion where he kicked open the door, threatened the victim. So I'd ask you not to change bond. And the victim is here if you'd like her to address the court as far as the contact goes, which I'd also be objecting to at this point.
All right, I'll hear from her. Where is she? There's no video. That's okay.
Hi, I'm here. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Your name?
Shatara Williams.
All right, what did you want to tell me?
So I do want the no contact lifted. We have 3 kids together. He was my only babysitter and I haven't been to work in 2 weeks. After just returning back from maternity leave, I just had another baby May 4th. So it's real hard right now because I don't have nobody up here. I'm the only one here from my family. Everybody's in Texas, so he does help me with the kids. It's just, I need help. I can't do it by myself.
Okay, I understand.
That's the only person I had.
Okay, I do understand that. I'm a little bit concerned with the charges as to whether or not I should lift it, but okay. Was there anything else you wanted to tell me, ma'am?
I mean, besides that, no, because I mean, if I don't, then I don't know when I'll be able to go back to work. If they don't lift it and we can't be around each other or he can Malaysia, I don't know when I'll be able to go back. And I really need to go back to work. I have 2 kids in school. My other one starts Tuesday. I can't even go school shopping for her. Like it's hard. So.
Right. Okay. All right. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
All right. With regard to the GPS tether, I'm going to indicate court in reviewing the bond form and looking at the charges themselves. The court is not going to change the GPS tether provision. I think it is indeed appropriate. Likewise, in looking at the bond form and what has occurred in this particular case, I am also at this juncture going to keep the no contact provision in place. The no contact, both of those provisions, at least, or at least with reference to the no contact, I will certainly, without necessarily having to hear from the alleged victim in this case, I will reconsider that change. I understand the burden that's being placed upon her, given the circumstances, but I'd certainly like to take a closer look at it. So in that respect, both of those requests are denied. Bond will continue. Thank you.
Thank you.